Hey guys, welcome back. Um, well, in this session, I'm going to show you guys how to install VMware tools. So I'm going to send that. I'm log in. Okay, and then we'll talk about um, adding character and installing Google Chrome, which is what we've already done. I'm not gonna install those. I already installed the updated version. So typically when we install it, we have the older, a little bit more updated version. That's why it wasn't working last time. So I went ahead and just bring up my notes here. There's some compatibility versions on how what and where to download it. So I've gone ahead and showed you guys those compatibilities. I'll give you all this information. So for in this case, for Windows 2012 R2, you're looking for 10.1 or later, or up to 11.06. So I went ahead and just downloaded this one, which is the latest one. Um, because after that, we can't install that anymore. So I just went ahead through that. I took that. Um, so, and then I've also installed the update driver for that. I'll send you guys this information, this package here. I'll show you how to install that, and that was allowing me to um, that was allowing me to download updates because I wasn't able to download updates in Windows 2008. So we need to install the driver updates for Windows Server 2008 R2 or Windows 7. So this is the KB number. I left the link here. Um, we're also going to talk about IPv6, the appearance of that. You're going to see some hexadecimal numbers. Um, you know, so those are IPv6 addresses. Um, and that's typically because you have it installed on your DHCP sometimes, or just it's called a virtual IP v6, so VPI6. Um, and you're going to get those funky hexadecimal numbers. Um, I've also, um, you know, ensured that the internet is available for us. I've checked SSL 2.0. Also want you guys to do this too. 1.1 and 1.2, and then apply that. And then I've also added the ActiveX. I've enabled ActiveX because show you how to do that. And that is interesting. So I'm able to enable these specific plugins. Automatically prompt me for that. I want that to happen so that I know whether or not I should install it or not. And then we download the ActiveX controls recommended prompt. I want that to prompt me first, and then unassigned. I want to disable that. Important. Initialize scriptx controls, not marked as so recommended. And then um, run ActiveX controls and plugins. Uh, yes, enable or prompt me, and then script controls mark safe. I want you to prompt me. I might prompt for yes. I want you guys to see. I want to see that. And that's it. So I'll have to reset that. Reset the browser now. That should work. Here's the help and support. If there's any issues or questions, you can search for that. those issues and sections that are here. So that's a good option to keep for you. This is very detailed. Um, you, you need it, it's there. Change the text size to a little bit larger. You can't read it. So the 6 one's everything. Sort of like your help. Awesome tool. In my server manager, I added the DHCP role and I gave it the scopes for IPv4 and IPv6. Um, right, so for IPv4, they're active scopes. I can add reservations if I want to. I can do whatever I want. Um, then I have my scope options for option 66, 67, or option 003 for router. So I can add that information in there if I need it. For WDS, right? And DHCP. I can have my filters here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I've given a public IP address based on the conversation that we had last time. Public IPs. So, private IPs for IPv4 classes. I went with the class B. Um, and that's again for my private network or LAN network. So these aren't runnable on the public network. They're free. They're assigned by me or from a DHCP, right? So you'll see those numbers assigned. Those numbers assigned based on that. It works well in that. They allow devices on the private network to communicate with devices on the public internet. So again, um, that's what our IPs are. I should be able to ping them, if I'm not mistaken. Do an IP config. There's my IPs, right? I should be able to ping them. Um, Ping my server. That should work. That should work. Oh, I think I spelled it wrong. Um, yeah, I spelled that wrong. UDC. Yeah, so that's pingable. Uh, DHCP. That's pingable. It should be good to go. I don't have an NS lookup. I didn't add the DNS records, so I'm not going to add that, but it is reading it. Perfect. Let's see what else. Let's go to the adapters. Adapter settings. Let's disable this for a second. Let's go to properties. Disable IPv6. Perfect. That's part of our adding character. We also did the option for power. We did that. Turn off the lid to never. It's good. There is no sconfig here. So I was able to, let's see if I can uninstall that. So I was able to install this update finally. I had some errors. I found that there's a fix for that. I'll show you guys where that is. What's the fix? Here we go. There's a fix here that I have. There you go. So there's a compatibility for that for updates. Windows updates, right? And again, if I click on this link, this will bring me, um, I'll talk about what this is. These are usually distributed through the WSUS server, and that's WSUS server. I'll explain to you what that is and how I install that on my MECM PS server. That's at a later date and time. So here's the packages for Windows 7, and here's the packages for Windows 8. I just click on it, and this will bring me to the website. Um, right, so I'm downloading this 6.1 KB number, and then that's the MSU that I'm downloading it from. So typically, I'm when I'm downloading it, I would download it from the internet, or in this case, I can actually now um, I could you know run the C share. Should work. Oh, work with privileges if it lets me. If not, then we'll have the otherwise. Oh, it's because I don't have internet, right? So it's not gonna ping that. Um, so again, like I said, um, all this can be changed to whatever you want. Um, typically, when you're getting IPv4, IPv6. So let's go ahead and the updates are installed with that driver. So you'll have to install that driver. I've already downloaded it in my downloads folder, and I've installed it manually. So you'll see that it's installed on my computer. Um, and we also want to download, we can remove um, and we'll go ahead and remove the VMware tools, and then we'll reinstall it. I've already downloaded it. Um, you'll want to go to, oh, I see it. There you go. Click yes to restart now. So I want to restart the computer. Um, if I were to download it again, I would go to um, packages. So packages.vmware.com/tools. So all of that, see that page, paste, enter. So in this page, I'm able to now go to releases, server pages, and then as noted before, we saw that you can download this one here, 11.0.6. So download that, go to the x64 folder, and there's the exe folder. So 11.0.6. I think I downloaded that already on my machine. Um, so, oh, okay, so let's show you the error first. Let's try to install it manually. See what happens. Well, you should be getting an error here, and without that, it won't install. Again, this won't install those drivers, so I'm not gonna install it. I'll X out of that and show you how to install it properly. Downloads there, my tools. So that you want to run install VMware tools, and I'll show you the error that happens. Run. Should get that error shortly, and then you'll see that. Delete. Just and install. Have it, guys. Log in. Okay. And install, install, oh, install, 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 install. Delete that. Happens. It's now finished. Okay. Yes. At that point, if the error didn't come up, but again, you should be able to downgrade and then upgrade up internet position and then use the update versions for that. This is I just obviously I went into the BIOS loaded the BIOS here from powered onto firmware, and then I moved the adapter. Should be changed. Show you how to change that. Power off. So it's gonna throw an error. And then should be power on firmware. And I'll make that change so it doesn't happen again. And do that. Click in. Move my mouse, my arrow keys. And I can do the plus or minus. Here, this is plus. Right? That's it. Then F10. Yes. And that's about it, boy. So that should be done. Let's see if the VMware tools is installed. Yeah, so it looks like it's installed. It's stretched out. It was centered in the middle. So I was able to download a version of that VMware tools. There's no issues here. Um, and again, I can upload these as much as I want, but again, this will automatically update um, on its own. Um, let's ping this IP. Big. There's no virtual numbers here added. Good. Let's get all the adapters. There's no virtual numbers here, or virtual IP numbers here, which is good. All the numbers are dot decimal. They're IPv4. Good. And can I ping my server? Let's see the host name. Host name. Perfect. And then ping. I'll see when. Host 2008 R2. 2000 R2. And that's what we're talking about with the virtual number, virtual IP numbers. Um, that's fine. There's no DNS setting here. And I can do a route print and then, take a look at what those are. Those are, again, active routes, right? And then I could take a look at the MAC addresses here and the different routes that's happening in between the active routes and the IPv4 table, your system routes. And then I'm also able to see the IPv6 routes that are happening here. So that's where you're getting those virtual IPs. Um, I'm able to um, do an NS lookup, but I'm not resolving the NS here. Oh, NS lookup, the NS lookup, right? Reads the IP. It's great, perfect. And then from here, I'm also able um, to be able to read. Just a little bit. Okay. All right. Command prompt. But you guys get the gist of things. I'm going to put the messages here. So I don't want to install anything. It's fine the way it is. Um, so I can read all the histories and different optional updates, but this is all run by the WSUS, which is what we can run through our MECMPS server, right? I'll show you guys how to work this in another little later date, next coming weeks or days, we'll create a video on how to install the W6. Well, thanks again. I appreciate your time, guys. Thanks. I hope this video was informative. Um, we've fixed that issue, um, both issues actually, and hope this was informative. Here's the goal. If you have any questions, please add me to the WhatsApp group. This video's in the description of the video, this video here. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to add me there. And please hit the like and subscribe if you have any questions or any concerns. Um, please message me on WhatsApp and we can fix those there. Have a great night.